Your digital identity is worth more than your entire closet, your phone, your car, and let's be honest, your dusty bank account combined. Let me hit you with this. Right now, there is a version of you online, your data, your habits, your behaviors, that companies trade like Pokemon cards. Welcome to your digital identity, your greatest asset, or your biggest liability if you handle it like a bargain bin Karen with a cracked Android. Now, before we go full cyber detective on this topic, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to Peter Finance, and comment something absolutely unhinged so YouTube thinks you're a legitimate human. All right, let's cook. Let's start with a very uncomfortable fact, courtesy of the Federal Trade Commission. Identity theft has skyrocketed over 3 times in the last decade. Millions of people walking around thinking they're living their best lives. Meanwhile, some dude named Lodebe Declan is opening credit cards in their name. And here's the real punch in the throat. A report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the average American makes around $59,000 a year. But your digital profile? Companies sell your data in fragments worth anywhere from 10 cents to $20 per category. Let me translate that into English. Your online behavior is a full-time employee who's working 24/7, but you never get paid. Imagine having a hardworking employee who never sleeps, never complains, knows all your secrets, tracks everything you do, and you don't pay them, but they make everyone else rich. That's your digital identity. And you're too busy scrolling TikTok and liking pictures of gym bros named Chad to notice. Now let's break this down with some math. Don't panic, it's Peter Finance math, not crying to your textbook math. Say a data brokerage site collects your shopping habits, your browsing history, your age, your location, your estimated income, and your weird obsession with Googling top 10 signs my dog actually hates me. Each category sells for somewhere between 10 cents and $20 depending on how spicy it is. Talk about being cheap. You're basically the dollar store version of yourself online. But here's the real kicker. One company isn't just selling one piece of your info. They're packaging you like a buy one, get one 14 free bundle deal. So if your total data profile sells for an average of, say, $50 across multiple brokers, and your identity gets sold entire dozens of times per year, congrats, you generated maybe $500 to $2,000 in annual data value for the companies harvesting your life behind the scenes. Meanwhile, you, yes you, my financially confused champion, are still fighting over $7 subscriptions and crying about gas prices like the economy personally slapped your sandwich. So let's raise a beautifully painful question. If digital info is so valuable, why aren't you making any of the money? Because most people treat online privacy the same way they treat gym memberships. Sign up, forget, regret, pray. But not you. Not after this video. We're going to turn your digital identity from liability level chaos into an asset. Something powerful, protected, monetizable, and respected. Because yes, your digital identity online can become a whole damn investment. Or it can become the reason you wake up one day with a collection agency calling you like, hey, just checking if you actually bought 17 jet skis in Miami last night. Now let's set up the battlefield. There are 2 types of digital humans walking around today. The digital disaster. This person posts everything. I got a new job. This is my dog. Here's my address accidentally in the background. Here's my debit card number because I wanted to flex my holo card design. They are a walking identity buffet. The digital investor. This person understands their information is a currency. They control what they share, track their exposure, protect their data like a dragon hoarding gold, and turn their online presence into leverage, money, brand, opportunity, or privacy. Which one are you? Be honest. If you think your password 1234 password is strong, we already know which category you fall in. But that's okay. This video is going to turn you into a digital tank, a cybersecurity Chad with a financially optimized online life. Your digital identity is basically the online clone of you. Not the cool sci-fi clone, the awkward, slightly embarrassing knockoff version that remembers everything you do, even the stuff you swore you'd delete later. And this clone follows you everywhere. Every tap, click, swipe, and let me just quickly Google this, gets stored somewhere. You know how your mom remembers every mistake you made from age 5 to now? Yeah, your digital identity is worse. Let's break down what this identity actually includes. Because most people think it's just their email and their Netflix password, which half of you share with freeloading friends anyway. Here's the real list. Your name, age, and birthday. Your phone number, email, and every old email you forgot existed. Every address you've ever lived at. Your job history, your salary estimates, your browser history. Yes, all of it. Don't look away. Your shopping habits, the types of videos you watch, how long you watch them, the platforms you spend the most time on, your relationship status, who you interact with, your location patterns, meaning companies know where you sleep, where you shop, where you eat, and which sketchy gas station you went to last weekend. All of that is your digital identity. Not just your name, your behavior, your habits, your psychology. Your digital identity knows you better than your best friend, your grandma, or that one ex who still stalks your profile like it's their side job. Now, here's the fun part. You created it, but you don't own it. Companies do. You are the product, my friend, not the customer. If the service is free, you are the service. Facebook didn't become a multi-billion-dollar empire because Mark Zuckerberg sells hoodies from his closet. They got rich because your data is a gold mine. But how does this all get collected? Let's expose the pipeline. Pipeline step 1, data collection, the silent stalker phase. Whenever you like a post, comment, share, watch a video, search anything, sign up for a website, download an app, accept cookies you didn't read, or install that free wallpaper app that probably spies harder than the CIA, you add another puzzle piece to your digital identity. Apps collect your data. Browsers collect your data. Even your keyboard collects your data. Looking at you, Android users. And companies don't just take it, they take everything they legally can. And sometimes things they probably shouldn't, but do anyway because, well, profit. Pipeline step 2, data storage. The eternal archive of your crimes against browsing. Your information doesn't go away. It doesn't dissolve. It sits forever. Companies store your data in massive databases. Think of it like a diary you never meant to write, but tech companies filled it in for you anyway. And yes, even when you delete your account, your data often stays stored due to retention policies. Deleting your account after 10 years online is like quitting smoking the day you turn 100. Respectable, but the damage is done. Pipeline step 3, data monetization, where you make money, but not really. This is where the corporations turn into digital landlords and you become the tenant paying rent without knowing it. Your behavioral profile gets sold to advertisers, brokers, analytics companies, political campaigns, AI training models, insurance companies, and sometimes whoever waves a check large enough. Let me give you a painful visual. Imagine you're walking into a grocery store. They know what snacks you like. They know your budget. They know you always buy ice cream when you're sad on Friday nights. So guess what ad they show you on Friday afternoon? Boom! Identity monetized. And you didn't earn a single penny. They're out here flipping your personality like it's real estate. Pipeline step 4, data risk, where things go horribly wrong. This is where your digital identity becomes a liability. Because the more companies store your data, the more chances there are for a data breach. A hacker doesn't need your house keys. They need your name, birthday, address, phone number, email. Combine that with a few social engineering tricks, and boom, they can impersonate you online, drain accounts, open credit lines, or ruin your financial identity faster than you can say, wait, I didn't buy that. Fun fact from the Identity Theft Resource Center, over 1,800 data breaches happen every year. That's basically 5 per day. 5 chances per day that your digital self gets stolen like a bike on a college campus. Let that sink in. So now you understand the structure. Your digital identity is created by your behavior, stored by corporations, monetized by advertisers, and constantly under threat by cyber gremlins who want to ruin your life. But here's the twist. Smart people, digital investors, use the same system to build income, brand, opportunities, and wealth. Now that you know how your digital identity works and how companies treat you like a walking data piñata, it's time to flip the script. Because yes, your digital identity can absolutely be an asset, a powerful one, a money-making one, a freedom-protecting one, a reputation-building one, but only if you stop acting like average Joe ignore everything and start thinking like Chad the cyber overlord. Let's break down exactly how to turn your digital identity from liability-level chaos into something that works for you. And trust me, once you see how this works with actual numbers, you'll never scroll the same way again. Section 1. Your digital identity as an asset. Most people don't realize this, but your digital identity has 3 layers of value: reputational value, financial value, opportunity value. Let's break it down so even that one friend who still falls for phishing emails can understand. 1. Reputational value. Your online credibility score. You know how banks look at your credit score? Well, the world looks at your digital behavior the exact same way. When a company Googles you, hires you, or works with you, they're not looking at your face. They're looking at your online shadow. Your digital identity is basically your new resume, your new portfolio, your new, hey, I'm not a clown, look at my accomplishments. If your online presence looks like chaos, memes, arguments with strangers, low-effort posts, weird comments, questionable liked pages, congrats. You've built a digital identity worth $0 and 0 respect. Meanwhile, people who build a clean, intentional identity get opportunities automatically. Employers, clients, brands, they all look. A strong digital identity can literally increase your income potential by 20 to 80% based on hiring research from LinkedIn. Translation: posting smart, behaving smart, and building an intentional online profile is basically giving your bank account steroids. 2. Financial value. Yes, you can monetize your digital identity. Let me make your ego happy for a minute. You are worth money. Your behaviors are worth money. Your insights are worth money. Your skills are worth money. And brands will pay for it if you package it correctly. There are 4 ways your digital identity makes money. Identity as a brand, you become a niche authority. Identity as skill, freelance, consulting, remote work. Identity as trust, high-demand careers use online rep as currency. Identity as monetization, content, brand deals, affiliate income. This doesn't mean you need to dance on TikTok like a confused flamingo, but it does mean your online version of you should work, not just exist. Let me give you a harsh reality. The average American earns $59,000 a year, but the average creator or freelancer with a decent digital identity earns between $60,000 and $150,000 even part-time. Why? Because their digital identity is an asset that produces income. Most people's digital identity is a liability that produces anxiety. Which one sounds better to you? 3. Opportunity value. This is the part nobody talks about. Your digital identity opens doors that your physical identity never could. People online don't care about where you live, your background, your social class, your job title. They care about value, meaning your digital identity can get you remote work, partnerships, online mentorship, freelance clients, speaking gigs, investment opportunities, community access, new income streams. Imagine being able to change your financial life without moving, without knowing anyone, without coming from money. That's the power of a digital identity as an asset. Section 2. How to transform your digital identity into an asset. Don't worry, I'm not about to tell you to meditate with your laptop or journal your browser history. This is the practical blueprint. Step 1. Audit your digital footprint, aka delete the dumb stuff. Type your name into Google. If the first 5 results make you say, oh hell no, that's not me, you've got work to do. Your job is to clean your online presence like a digital janitor on a mission. Delete or hide messy posts, embarrassing photos, toxic comments, old accounts, anything that makes you look like a discount villain. A clean online slate is more valuable than a clean closet. Step 2. Build a value identity instead of a random identity. Most people post random stuff every day. That's not identity, that's noise. A strong digital identity has consistent themes like finance, tech, fitness, business, skill tutorials, motivation, mindsets, career growth, or any field you want opportunities in. Think of it like investing. You don't invest in every random thing you see, you invest in a strategy. Same online. Be strategic, not chaotic. Step 3. Protect your privacy like a paranoid CIA agent. Here's where we turn your digital identity from liability to fortress. You must protect your emails, passwords, data, devices, financial accounts. Let's break down the bare minimum protection. 2FA, stop being lazy, turn it on, a password manager, a junk email for signups, privacy settings on every platform, turn off unnecessary tracking, use a VPN on public Wi-Fi, stop clicking allow all cookies like a hungry toddler choosing candy. Because your online identity isn't just data, it's your money, your reputation, your life. One slip, one hack, one leak, and boom, liability mode activated. We don't want that. Step 4. Monetize your identity. Don't let companies do it for you. Time for some spicy math. Remember earlier when I said your digital identity might be generating $500 to $2,000 in value for companies every year? Let's compare. Scenario A, digital liability. You get tracked, you get sold, you get hacked, you get ads. You get nothing. Scenario B, you start building a digital skill or brand. $300 per month freelancing, $150 per month affiliate, $400 per month content, $200 per month micro brand deals, $150 per month digital products. That's $1,200 per month, $14,400 per year. Suddenly, your digital identity went from broke as Mew to actually contributing to the bills. And you can scale from there. A well-built digital identity can easily hit $30K, $50K, or $100K a year, depending on your lane. The secret? Own your identity, protect it, leverage it, monetize it. Not the other way around. Section 3. The mindset shift. From digital victim to digital architect. Let me be blunt. You're either building your digital identity or letting the internet build it for you. And the version the internet builds is always trash. You need to start seeing your online identity like a business. Trackable, intentional, protected, valuable, profitable. Think of people you admire online. They didn't get opportunities because they were lucky. They got them because they controlled their digital presence like a pro. Your digital identity is basically your new passport to wealth. Not just money, but access, opportunity, and reach. And yes, it can be taken from you, ruined, stolen, misused, exposed, unless you take control right now. Section 4. Final motivational smackdown. The wake-up moment. Let me talk to you like we're in a room with no cameras. The world is changing. Your digital identity is becoming more powerful than your real one, more valuable than your real one, more permanent than your real one. Your physical self ages. Your digital self grows. Your digital identity doesn't sleep. It doesn't forget. It doesn't retire. It doesn't vanish. It doesn't stop working. It's a full-time employee you never trained. So start now. Take control. Build a clean identity. Build a valuable identity. Build a protected identity. Build a profitable identity. Because the people who master their digital identities today, they will run the world tomorrow. Everyone else will be stuck getting tracked, hacked, sold, and left behind scrolling uselessly like broke NPCs. You're not an NPC. You're a builder. You're a strategist. And your digital identity is your greatest weapon. If this video woke you up even a little bit, hit that subscribe button like you're slapping the accept cookies pop-up but with actual life-changing results. Drop a comment telling me which part of your digital identity you're fixing first. Your passwords, your accounts, or that embarrassing Facebook photo from 2012 that needs to vanish ASAP. This is Peter Finance. Protect your identity, leverage your identity, and turn the online version of you into the asset you never knew you had. I'll see you in the next one, if your identity hasn't been stolen by then.